What's up, everyone? This is Ronnie J Cole II with EXP Realty. And today's topic, we are talking about appraisals. What is an appraisal? So stay tuned. Welcome back, everyone. This is Ronnie J Cole II with EXP Realty. And so we're talking about what is an appraisal. So you get to the point of the buying process where you have made an offer on a property. You've written up the purchase and sale agreement. The seller has accepted your purchase and sale agreement. And so you go into the due diligence period. And usually the due diligence period is when you start doing inspections and things like this on the home. Well, after this inspection period and when the contract, the purchase and sale agreement has been written, the loan originator orders what we call an appraisal report. This appraisal report is a report that's done to figure out the value of the home that you're purchasing, just to make sure that it's not overpriced. And so if you're taking out a loan, whether it's an FHA loan, a VA loan, a conventional loan, any type of loan where you're getting somebody else's money to pay for the property that you want to buy, they're going to order an appraisal. And this is just to make sure that the home that you're looking to buy is actually worth the price that the seller has placed on the property. I mean, you can't offer, the seller can't put a price on a home of $1 million. And then you go to your bank and say, hey, even though you're approved for $1 million, your bank may be like, okay, well, we want to really make sure that that home is worth $1 million. That's what the appraisal is. And so what happens is a appraiser will come out to the property and then they'll take a look at the property and they'll run comps just to see that the property is in line with the pricing of the other homes in the market. So how much do appraisals cost? Appraisals can be anywhere from $300 to $600. And this just depends based on the size of the property, whether the property is in some, maybe an area that's in the rural part of your state or county. You're not as close to a city, or also it may be more because, you're in a metro area, you're in a larger area. It can also be more if it's a luxury property. And the property's like, 10,000 square feet. It's going to take more time. So usually on those more, I would say, extreme examples cost more. But for your average home, like I said, anywhere between $300 to $500 home. However, it can go up to $1,000. Just depends, folks. Depends on the property type and size. Who pays for the appraisal? Great question. So the mortgage lender will hire and they select the appraiser. And so the appraiser goes out to the property. The homeowner, which you as the buyer, will pay for the appraisal report. And you'll usually see that line item that will come out in the closing cost or in the TRID, the document that basically states everything that you're paying, your debits and credits. You'll get this long document that tells you everything you're debited for this, credited for this, and you'll see the appraisal report on that particular document at the closing table. With the appraisal process, the appraiser goes out to the home. Like I said, they'll run comps. So they'll find the other properties in the area that are for sale and other properties in the area that have sold. Now, savvy agents will run comps and have that sitting on the counter just to make sure that the appraiser will be in line with the actual price. We can discuss this more if you have questions, but this just makes sure that the appraisal doesn't come in too low, because sometimes appraisals can come in too low, which will leave the buyer left trying to pay the difference on the price of the property. And an example, so you understand what I mean, is let's say you're purchasing a property that the sale price was $100,000. And you and the seller agree on that $100,000 sale price. And let's say an appraisal is ordered. The appraiser goes out to the property and deems that the property is worth $80,000. Okay? So then that appraisal gives that report back to your lender. Your lender then says, I'm going to lend you up to $80,000. or whatever you guys have talked about in terms of the down payment you're going to put down on the property, the difference in those numbers, and that'll vary. But at the end of the day, the appraisal or the loan company is going to say we're giving you $80,000 or $60,000 based on that previous assumption that I just said. And so that $20,000 shortfall between that $80,000 that the appraiser came out with and the $100,000 price point that the seller placed on the home, that $20,000 difference is what you as the buyer have to pay. And so that's why appraisals are so important, because they really help to determine if the seller has placed a price on the home that's way above the market. And even if you're not taking out a loan, whether it's a conventional loan, an FHA or a VA loan, getting an appraisal is not a bad idea, because if I'm a cash buyer and I'm going in to buy a property, I want to make sure that I'm purchasing the property for what it's actually worth and not some overstated amount that a seller may want to sell at. Believe it or not, it happens. Now, we are in a market that is super hot right now. And so buyers, in order to make sure that they get the property, they may have the appraisal order, but buyers are coming in with that extra money that they may have to pay because, like I said in previous videos, there are bidding wars going on right now for properties. And because of these bidding wars, there's 5 to 10 people that are all making offers on a property. And so cash buyers are winning. Folks who are, don't have any major contingencies, things like that. Some people, like I said, are waiving inspections, which I never suggest, but it happens. We're in a hot market right now, so sometimes it happens. So what do appraisers really look for when they're going in to view those homes? So appraisers are looking at the neighborhood. They're looking at, local housing market trends. Like I said before, what properties are selling for and have sold for in that area. They're looking at the size of the home, comparing that with other homes in that same size. They're looking for age and design of the home. They're looking at condition of the home. They're looking at the appliances and things like that in the home. What else? They're also looking for amenities that make the home, maybe a little bit more unique than other properties, such as a nice fireplace or a huge deck, things like that. They're looking to see if there have been home improvements and renovations that have been made on the property. So the appraiser are looking at several different things in order to place a value on the property for your lender. Once again, an appraisal, and I will make this statement, an appraisal is not a home inspection. An appraisal is not a home inspection. I say that twice because you don't want to get the two confused. An appraisal looks at the value of the home. A home inspection looks at the condition of the home. So if you get a home inspection, they're going to tell you everything that's right and wrong with the property that you may need to get fixed before putting in an offer, or that you will need to get fixed before you get to the closing table, because you probably already made an offer if you have an inspection order. The appraisal, once again, is just determining value. Does the price set on this home and the value of this home, does it match what's in the market? That's pretty much it. You can also ask for a copy of your appraisal. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's around 3 days before you get to the closing table, before the home actually closes. So yeah, you can get a copy. So that's pretty much what appraisals are. They basically just help you determine value. So again, this is Ronnie J Cole II with EXP Realty. It's been a pleasure speaking with you today. If you guys have any questions, you can always feel free to reach out to me either on my Instagram at atlantahomes.sold, or you can DM me there, or you can go on my Facebook page, which is Ronnie J Cole II. You can find me and it will say EXP Realty. You can send me a message there, or you can call me. My contact information, email is in this comment section of the YouTube video. And remember, guys, please feel free to subscribe so that when I release new videos, you'll get that information as quickly as I release them. So it's been a pleasure. I hope you guys have an awesome day.